a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Off the play fake, Vick on the move to his left. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Vick goes play action. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
The Patriots. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No.
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with Reggie Bush. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Bo will have the 1st down and a little extra. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 63 yards, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
Morton Anderson on.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Down by Ryan Shazier. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
2nd and 5 now. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jackson's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Mika Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
14.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Sanders got it for a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
38-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick, he's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 6.
Here's Vick.
At the Jets.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st down, they stick with Bush.
Another carry for the running
back. They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they broke in our tie here in the final minute.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Jets 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Today's final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA_Sports_M. So long, everybody. set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And he'll find Hall. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Dante Hall, 73 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. George. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Eddie George, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's George. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
And out.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
set to kick off.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, George. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 12. A big-time play there on 3rd and 9. 55 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Titans.
On 2nd down now. It's George. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Leroy Glover on the tackle.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
And 7.
Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the 8-time Pro Bowler Steve Atwater. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the interception, here's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Tate. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Play action. It's Jackson. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yannick Ngakoue on the tackle. Taken down back at the 1-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
15. First down, Tennessee.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And Tate's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
A first down carry for Henry. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Brought down at the 8.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's going to let one. It got his man complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now Jackson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Golden Tate in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the score. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Jackson, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Jackson's pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 44 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Their own 37-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The ball carrier.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George, and I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.